Today, running some errands. What up? Guy on a bike giving me a thumbs up. Running some errands today and just go for a ride. People are asking me, should they modify their Hellcat? And I say it depends on if it's a daily driver for you or if you plan on racing the car. What are you doing with this car? So are you trying to just get more power just for the sake of having more power? Are you really going to use it? Like, are you a racer? Are you a drag racer? You like taking the car to the track? But I would say with these Hellcats, if you do mod your car, you need to make sure you keep it moderate so the car can stay reliable. I would not go overboard with mods on these cars. You don't need much on these Hellcats to get them to be extremely aggressive and to gain a lot of power just from simple mods. You don't really have to go too crazy, to be honest with you. So all you really need to do is, I guess I'll park over here since my spot is taken. Do minimal mods in this car and it will gain power like you wouldn't believe. So you don't need to go too crazy and start risking it all, and blow your engine or anything like that just for the sake of modding your car. You don't really have to do that with these Hellcats. It does not take much to get them to increase in power just with minimal modifications. So only thing I've done to mine so far is I added an aftermarket cold air intake, and that's about it, to be honest with you. I mean, you don't really have to do too much. You can keep it real low key and you can gain anywhere from 50 to 100 wheel horsepower on this car. And that is plenty if you ask me. So to answer the question better, yes, mod the car if you want, but I would be safe doing it. I wouldn't go overboard doing it. I wouldn't go extreme unless you just don't care. You have another car or you're really trying to be the fastest out there. You're a racer and you really want to be the fastest, but you got to remember there's always going to be someone else faster than you. So you got to keep that in mind. But overall, it's your choice. But just from my experience, I would say keep it moderate. That's what I would always do. Yes, these cars can handle these standard Hellcats, or the Hellcat with 717, not the red eye. They can handle at least 1,000 crank horsepower to the crank without even really being affected. So my thing is I would always strengthen up my externals, my drivetrain, and the differential brace is what I would do to make sure that I'm protecting my transmission when I go up in power. Even if I do just a little bit of extra power, I would still put that brace on and I would still get a stronger drivetrain. That's just me. But you can do what you want. But overall, you just need to know that these cars don't need much. All right, so I had to pick up some things from CVS. But to conclude this video, like how I said earlier, if you do plan to mod, safe practices, make sure when you do mod, you are modding very carefully. So, unless you just have some kind of, fetish, I don't know if that's the best word to call it. If you have some kind of fixation on having so much power in these cars where you're risking it at all. So, it does not take, like I said, that much to get this car to be even more of an animal or that what it already is. So my thing is I always like to just have a little bit more than what I have now. I mean, but I don't need that much. These cars are already way faster than people like to admit that they are. So you hear a lot of BS, but these cars have a lot more power than the average person knows. And you hear stuff and you see people losing races because, like how I talk about, they don't have the proper tires and they don't have the proper driver in the car with those tires, and people are losing races, and it's giving these cars a name like you know, they're so slow. Yes, they are heavy, they have a lot of weight, they may not be the fastest, but these cars are incredibly fast, stock, just how they are. So if you want to start modifying, you know, you just got to be careful. When you do your modifications, make sure you keep every receipt on what you did so you can remember. Don't get something that's deep into your actual internal transmission or into your internal engine bay. You can't figure out what you got done. So if you do have a problem, you can pinpoint it easy if you get too deep in the game. But and some of these places do offer a warranty on their modifications. So if I end up going the Hennessy route, they have 2 to 3 year warranties on their work. So they do warranty their work, which is good. But your place may not be that. So just be safe. That's all it is. Just a quick run to go pick up some things. Just wanted to talk about that, answer that question that I've been asked before. Be safe with it. So that is going to do it for this upload. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.